Right, we're back. We're back. So, this is episode 1 of running an online e-commerce business by myself from what is in essence a spare bedroom in my house. It is. It's tiny. This space is hilarious. It's adorable. I swear you've got more space in the back of an estate car. Anyway, that's not the point. I am John. I'm the founder of Murgs. As you can see, I say we all the time, it's a habit. Weightlifting and CrossFit equipment, knee supports, weightlifting belts, things like that. And we are entirely online based. And I've got to a point where I used to hide, not myself personally, but I always wanted to just put across the ideology that Murgs was a bigger brand. It was more successful. It was a substantial company. And only recently I've had enough of that. It's not me. It's not who we are. It's not what we're working with. There's no we, there's no team, there's nobody else. Like, everyone you can see right now is Murgs. If you want to have a look, the only reason I mention the brand, by the way, this is not some sort of weird content marketing. I mean, cool, if you need knee support, it's great. But it's more to inspire the other, I was going to say lads and ladies who want to start a business, who want to work for themselves, who want to do this. I'm showing me this from 7 years ago, because I've only been running Murgs for 7 years. It's my first real business, and I've been full-time for 2. So, I'll be honest, I've been doing this a bit, and it's working. I don't claim to be any sort of expert. We're not doing 100 million a month. I just make a normal wage. In fact, I'll tell you, £36,000 a year. That's all I make. That's it. It's just a normal wage. It's fine. And, the goal of this series is transparency and just to show you what actually I am doing. Because it's easy looking on Instagram and seeing people just at photo shoots and swanning around and driving the Rolls Royce. No, I'm going to show you the actual reality of what I get up to. So it's currently 1:06. It's slightly later than I wanted. So this morning I woke up and I have twin girls age 2. We'll get through this because I know it's not that exciting. We've got twin girls age 2. I sorted them out this morning, went to nursery at 8. I had a really miserable morning. I don't know what was wrong with me. I love Mondays. I get up with enthusiasm and I'm off. I had a really miserable morning and I couldn't do anything. I struggle with anxiety and depression, but I only tell you that. It's not because I identify with it. It's more of having twins and running your own business is really hard. And I'm not going to pretend this is easy. Some days this is horrible, and this is part of it. So I'm continuously working to be better. So this morning I did nothing until maybe 10 o'clock. So I'd had like 8, 9, 10. So I did like 2 hours of nothing, literally nothing, watching YouTube videos. And then I decided I want to start running. So I went for a run. We'll come back to that because I don't want to bore you. Anyway, while we're here, shall I show you the space, just as a quick bit of context? This first video is not going to be the world's most exciting, I know, because you're watching this saying, who the hell are you? Why are you showing me this? Well, you've got to start somewhere, right? Even a film. One time my brother did this, so he put Breaking Bad on. He watched 20 minutes of the first episode and said, nah, this is rubbish. And I'm like, you've got to sort of give things a chance to get into them. Even The Office, the US version of The Office, season 1, rubbish. All the rest, great, but you've got to give it a go. So I'm hoping you'll invest your time in me and this will be worth it. That's my promise to you, that you'll find this interesting, useful, and yeah, just some of value to anybody who's trying to do what I do. I've not pulled all the curtains and the blinds down and turned all the lights off because I like to work in the dark, I promise. It's too bright in here. In fact, it's a pain. So yeah, sometimes it's easier just shut everything and just start from there. So, right, we're here. What's the first thing I do when I come to work on a morning? Any morning? People. I will sort out my people. That could be requests from other companies or requests from customers or requests from anyone. Whoever is emailing me with some sort of requirement, I like to get back to them first. So that's the plan. Let's get everything sorted on our emails. I like to keep my inbox low. Currently I've got 19 unread emails. To me, that is just, I can't. I hate the busy work. I do. I hate the tiny little 5-minute jobs, but sometimes you've just got to get them out of the way. So let's do that. Right, so one of the jobs I do here is replying to customer emails and customer support stuff. I don't know why. I think it's because it's not that I hate talking to customers. I really, really enjoy conversing with customers and solving problems. I know the solution to every problem. It's not like I'm ever stumped. It's just, I think it's because it doesn't feel like progress within the business. It feels like, I don't know, it's like making a drink and spilling a little bit. Yeah, cleaning it up is part of making the drink, but at the same time, it's like, it's not really part of the... Anyway, I'm waffling. So we've just had a request from a CrossFit gym. Sometimes they're known as CrossFit boxers. So if I say we've been talking to a box, that is a CrossFit gym. And I've been really excited about working with more CrossFit gyms. Think about it. So where are the CrossFit customers? They're in the gyms training. So why not try and go to the gyms and work through the gyms to get to the customers? I'm really good friends with maybe, I don't know, like a handful of gym owners. And it's great because they're all similar people to me. They're just normal people that run these businesses. It's not like speaking to the franchisee owner of a McDonald's that could be some businessman that owns 10. Typically, these gym owners are just normal people. It's really nice. So I've been sending more things out to gyms and trying to do more of a wholesale type thing. The reason that's better for them is, one, we add in some profit so they make some more money. Great, then everybody wins, right? Two, the members really get equipped in good stuff. That is one thing I can say. Our products are actually really good, and I've been doubtful of that for years because I struggle with imposter syndrome, and I'm like, are they really that good? I've got to a point now where I have to accept that as a fact. It turns out they're quite good, right? So that's good. And at the same time, it's really good for us because if we can ship one box to a CrossFit gym with 5 orders in, traditionally we'd have to send out 5 orders, and that's 5 postage costs, that's 5 packing costs, that's 5 picking costs, and they get expensive. And the reason these things get so expensive is because we outsource our fulfillment. I used to print off labels similar to this, Royal Mail. They call it click and drop. So you print the label off on these little beasties. These 2 printers are fantastic. They're so useful. I know you can't see them because it's dark, but they're both Dymo label writer something. Very good printers, highly recommended. A little bit expensive, but you get your money's worth. And do you know, like when you buy something from Amazon, right? You buy from Amazon ship it through Amazon Prime. That means Amazon are warehousing that product that brand has sent in. We used to work with Amazon, but we'll come back to that because they just removed our products, but that's a story for another day. And they fulfill the item. So it got to a point where, I keep saying we, it's just a habit, ignore me. We got to a point where I came home, I think it was one Black Friday, and there was maybe 50 orders. And I've just finished work. I worked in engineering. I have done for 13 years. And there was 50. And I'm sat there, I'm like, oh no. Not no like it's a problem. Oh no, like I've got a lot of work to do and I need to not get these wrong. So I'm sorting through them. And there's these things called parcel bins. So they're not like a post box, but it is like a post box. But it's got a big opening. When you've prepaid for your labels, I've already weighed them. It's got everything on it. You can just drop them into the parcel bin. And they're so convenient, except with 50 orders, you can fill them up. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're massive. It's not like some tiny little box. It's like a proper Royal Mail thing. I can fill them up with 10 parcels, especially if the big ones, like boxes with things in, maybe 15. So I tried to drive around one evening to, I think, 3, if not 4 parcel bins, dropping all these orders off. And it was at that moment I was like, I need help with this. So that's exactly what we did. We worked with a third-party fulfillment center. Inventory now doesn't even come to my house, even though my garage is full. We'll worry about that later. It's not full of stock that I pick, pack, and dispatch. It tends to be overflow stock. I'll get like a first shipment. So if we're placing an order, we go through the sampling process and all this, the first shipment I tend to send to me. Why? It's not that much stuff. I'm not ordering 100,000 pairs of anything, but it might be 500 pairs of knee sleeves. And if it's the first time ordering that specific SKU or that packaging, or I'm still in the position where I need to, I don't know, I was going to say I need to get a grip and be more confident, but when you're working with overseas suppliers, sometimes things can be misinterpreted and they're not always how you want. So to save more headaches, I often have things come to me, I do the quality check, then I send it into the warehouse. Yes, I know I'm double shipping. That just costs me £50 to get boxes here, if not more, like maybe more than £50, maybe £100 just to ship them into the fulfillment center. You can buy third-party inspections in different countries and they can work with the manufacturers, but anyway, we're going down a tangent. I need to reply to these emails. Let me get these out of the way and I will show you what we do. We need to order some inventory because we're very low and it's Chinese New Year soon. So let's do that. Right, that's those bits done. Oh, that's those bits done. Emails replied to, which, like I say, it's not a pain because people are a pain. It's just a pain because, for some reason, with my OCD or whatever it is, I don't know. It's like 10 2-minute jobs, and that feels overwhelming sometimes. When in reality, just to do one 20-minute job would feel less stressful. Anyway, we need to order some inventory. We are so low on stock. It's like, in fact, I'll show you. This is just comical. Everybody, I don't know if everybody just thinks that businesses are like overflowing with stock and they've got millions of things. No, that is maybe the single hardest thing running your own business. Seriously, is managing the stock, managing inventory. You want enough to sell, but you don't want too much because then there's loads of cash tied up in stock. It's really hard finding that balance. And I was going to say it drives me mad to be out of stock, but because of that, over the last few years, I've done a bad job of cash flow management. I'll be honest, like this is what this is all about. Transparency. This is not John's the best at business. No, I'm learning all the time. And there were times when I just have too much money in the wrong products and it's in the wrong places. There's the 80-20 rule. 80% of your products bring in 20% of your revenue and 20% of your products bring in 80%. I'm now trying to adopt that a bit more. So here's the inventory for our knee sleeves. These are our best sellers. This is exactly, it's hilarious. So this is what we've got at the moment. I don't know how well you can see that. Move this tripod out of the way. So obviously extra small, we've got loads, 16. You think, oh, loads. Yeah, they sell so infrequently. It's hilarious. These two here, -2. You can't purchase products that are out of stock, but I can submit a manual order. So I can put like a priority request in that'll go through. So I do that with unique examples when I know inventory is coming back in and somebody's, I don't know, like overdue a pet, or there's a problem that hasn't been resolved and it's kind of waiting a little bit. That's the only time I'll put people to the front of the queue. If somebody sends me an email saying, oh, John, I want these first. Sorry, that's just the way the system works. You've got to just get online, submit, out of stock notifications and things like that. But sometimes if it's a special case, I'll pop someone on the list. So that's not many pairs of knee sleeves. In fact, that's so few pairs of knee sleeves, I need to turn my ads off because why would we send traffic to a dead listing? Like, let's be real, no point sending people to say, look what you could have had. That's no fun. Well, welcome to the garage. This is where all the excess stock stays. There's new unreleased products in here, like literally things that are waiting on me, like wristbands that are like black on black. Some things in here that literally the world hasn't seen yet. It's one of those when you run your own small business, there's just so much to do. I mean, there's at least 1, 2, 3 new products in here, like completely different, and there's some sizing in one of them, and yeah, it's but one thing I'm doing, I'm looking at all my inventory and all the stock thinking, right, what do I need? But it's easy to forget that if you've got some in the garage, they're not factored into the numbers, and I should have a better system for tracking all this. There should be a spreadsheet, but there isn't. And don't get me wrong, I know there should be, but there isn't. Right, so the reason we are in the garage is to check the stock, and a friend of mine, Jordan, who runs a gym, Power Fit, PWR Fit, which is just around the corner, it's really convenient, needed a new belt, so we're here just to grab some things for him. One thing that I do need to do is send this inventory into the flipping warehouse. Like I pay for a warehouse. The only thing is, storing it here is free, £0. Storing it there, like, incurs a cost. So I think I'm apprehensive to send it in because then it makes me do it, but maybe I should do that for the accountability. Anyway, moving on. Right, finishing this order off now. That is gone, which is really good. Some people might be looking, thinking, oh, you submit your orders through WhatsApp. Yeah, why not? Why would I overcomplicate a process? My job is to be as efficient, as streamlined as possible. So I just try and reduce 1, expenses and outgoing. 2, complexity. Let's keep it simple until we have to upgrade to not simple, right? Like, don't overcomplicate anything. Don't pay more for something that you don't need to. For some of the shorts I used to create, I used to subscribe to a website called Submagic, and they provided very, very good captions for shorts. And then I found it in CapCut and saved $50 a month for nothing. Like, anyway, yeah, so orders submitted. Like I say, the problem I've got is Chinese New Year from the middle of Jan to the middle of Feb. So it's really hard because I've already got some stuff in transit, and I tell you, this is the hardest part. And hopefully, in the next 6 to 12 months, paying £240 a month for the software to help should save us that from the inaccuracies in ordering. Yeah, so anyway, long story short, inventory's ordered, Jordan's equipped, just spoke to another gym as well. That was good. Yeah. Cool. That sounds good. Excellent. Well, thank you for your time, and we'll get caught up soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Right. So, we've just been on the phone to another gym owner. Like another one, which is great. It's so exciting. This time, somebody's taken over a new gym and they want to offer their members more things. And that ties in really well to our objective at the minute of working with gyms. So that's exciting too. And it's really bizarre, right? When you work for yourself, you have these days, and every day is so different. Some days come with something, some days come with other, and you're never done. You're in a really weird position where you're never done. You've always got a list of to-dos. And there's part of me that likes that infinite game. I like to just keep going and going and going and going. And then there's part of me that's, it's hard sometimes to identify and track progress, because if you think about it, if you were to look at my business today and look at it tomorrow, it's the same at like 99%. There's only 1% change, but 1% change every day over years adds up to a big change. So yeah, really exciting. It's fun. So there you go. That's it. That's day 1 of documenting what I do in the day of a life. Like, I could show you all day, but it'd be a 10-hour video, and nobody wants that. So we will return. I'm hoping to make this a new series because I find it really fun, and hopefully it can help someone like past me. That's all I want to do. I just want someone out there to be like, I never thought of that. Good idea. And yeah, other than that, have a great week, and I'll catch up with you guys in the near future. Adios!